My content is intended for adult collectors of the product, not made for kids. Hello everyone! For this video, we'll be going over the Koro information. Now please keep in mind that I cannot show the actual images from the Koro because of copyright. So in this, we are doing the alternative where we will have sketches based on that information. I will also go over anything additional. So make sure if you are new here, you subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on, as we try to go over and update whenever we can for any new information for Beyblade Burst Ultimate. And that being said, a huge shout out to Royal Kaiju. They are very close to 500 subs. Please show them some love and subscribe to them. They have helped out and assisted with giving some sketches based on the upcoming releases. Now that being said, we're going to go over it, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. So we're going to go over the first one, which is a big surprise. Now this is based on the actual image, and they did it really small too. On the actual image, you can see right there that there is a sword bay. And what bay is that? As we confirmed before, Excalibur. Looks really cool, and it was really hard because the thing is with the images is that the closer that you get, the harder it is to make out. So we had to look at this really far away. It's very blurry. The design of it seems a little bit close to Sieg Excalibur, and also something I'm really excited for is that Excalibur has had what I like to call the Excalibur curse, where the original Excalibur has a sharp sword. Then after Xeno, it was more of a rounded sword. Then Sieg, it was back to a sharp sword. Then after Buster, it was more of a round sword. Now we're back to the sharp sword, so that is pretty exciting. Now, because this image is so small and everything, it's very hard to see. I don't know if this is going... I think my prediction, and let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll ask my father. Do you think it's going to be fused together, or you can customize the layer? I think it's going to be fused. Or it's going to be like how Hasbro has Apocalypse.
No, they're not Hasbro.
So yeah, I don't know.
They're not that important. They were last year.
No. Okay, what I'm saying is, right? For
the... Go with the bang.
Okay, no, what I'm saying is for the design of it, right? Because it's a sword shape, if you take out the middle, it's going to look weird if you put other cores. So the reason why I said Apocalypse Hasbro is that that's exactly how it was like for Apocalypse Hasbro. So for visual appearance, I do assume it'll just be metal weighting. They do have to make it pretty heavy if they want to make it a contender for anything competitive though. Either way, it does look pretty cool. Okay, let's go over the... So far, this one's still mine that I sketched. Okay, now this one's a little bit tricky, okay. Now originally, and I know, it's not that good of a sketch. In my defense, it's also extremely blurry. At first, I thought this was like Achilles, but like the shield version. But if you look at it far away, it might be Dragon. Or it looks like it. It's so hard to tell. And it's like very hard, but I can see the white and yellow, and when I looked at Tempest, I thought it looked pretty close to Tempest. It's either it is that, also I only put the blue there because of the bluish tint, so I can't really tell, but it could just be maybe something else. I do think it is Dragon because we did, again, to recap actually, what we know from what we were confirmed is that Dragon's supposed to be June, Excalibur is supposed to be July with a sword launcher, and then after Achilles is in August. In September is supposed to be Random Booster. So I don't know what that could be something else, but it probably is Dragon. It's kind of, the more I look at it, it kind of does remind me a bit Imperial in shape, but I do think it's just the sketch I did because it kind of reminds me of Tempest. And again, it's like so hard to tell because of how close it is. The one that is for sure is the Achilles. Now the Achilles, you can definitely see there. Now I don't know whether or not you can have the attachments like the sword and the shield that they're going to be doing. I think they might. It kind of is very close to, it's close to the shape of Chozy Achilles. I do hope they ditch the gimmick of the sword and the shield the more I think about it, because honestly it is kind of lame. I prefer if they just do metal contact like Chozy Achilles had on the contact points. I think that's what would make Achilles very exciting to use, but knowing TT, they probably will just do metallic paints and it makes it look like it's metal and it's not. Whatever. Now for this one, which is probably the clearest one, you've probably already seen this already. This mouse gotta work. Is Kerbeus. Okay, there it is. Alright, hold on. There you go. This is thanks to RoyalKaijuBlader. So the shape of it is very much like, you can even see it in the sketch. The sketch's not that bad at all, actually. It's very much like Variant in the shape, kind of like Variant Drasil. Now it is most certainly has little rubber chains on the thing. In the middle of the core it does look like, so I do think it is true that it's supposed to have rubber chains and the middle of the core is like right spin Bahamut. I do think that's what they're probably going to do. Now, let's go over the only one that we really know, and the reason why this is probably the most clear visually is because it is the... Actually, you want to know what? That's kind of a thing that they're doing that is pretty smart. It's, I think the closer that it is because of how long it's taking to release. So Kerbeus is the closest, then Dragon would be next because it would make sense. Then Achilles is right there, and Excalibur is pretty far away. No, actually, no, it's just the design. Never mind. I thought it was that. That would have been a cool thing to design. No, but for Kerbeus, right, if it's right spin Bahamut, then that pretty much gives rights another good core to use. And I do think they would probably do that because they need to make some incentive other than just the blade for the random booster, so that would make a lot of sense. The blade itself, I don't know. I don't know. I gotta see when it performs. I'm not too sure. I have a feeling most likely, unless the other parts maybe are also good, I think most likely just the core will be good, the blade probably not. Because it just has too awkward of a shape. Now that being said, we're going to end off with little predictions. Okay, so I think for Kerbeus, they'll do Giga and most likely 6 for this one. If they don't want to make new, they'll probably recycle that. Now for the performance tip, I think either it's going to be a recolor and it'll be Atomic Dash, or I think High Atomic. Because they've been doing high drivers recently. What is your prediction? Now obviously they could do something new. But if they had to reuse, I think it'll be between Atomic. So which do you think? Atomic Dash or High Atomic? But if they ever also do Wyvern, then that's kind of out the window. So maybe they just... High Atomic. Or they just make something new, or they just don't, yeah. Driver, maybe, I don't know. Okay, now Excalibur is where it gets tricky, okay? Because we already have Metal Extreme, and I'm extremely worried, even if they do the one where it's the modified cap, they're just gonna do Metal Extreme. I don't want Metal Extreme, Metal Sword, Metal Iron. What I think they should most certainly do is just Extreme Dash and just do it. Please. We need a normalized release of Extreme Dash. It is like the hardest part. This would be like the best way to do it. Most likely to go with Metal Extreme or something because they're obsessed with metal drivers. Alternatives could maybe be funny if they did like High Extreme Dash or something, or High Iron Dash or High Sword Dash. I don't know. The disc, I hope they're doing everything new. Dragon or whatever at this point. Well, I mean, they already did High Charge Dash. I'm a little bit afraid. What if they just do High Charge Dash Metal? Achilles, what if they just recycle Metal Dimension? They could do... No, I don't think they would do High Extend Plus Dash. They would do Metal High Extend Plus. It's always got to be something that just would be like, oh, whatever. Again, for BU, I'm not like too much pressured on the performance tips. I really just more care of the blades, because we're already like, we've gone on so many seasons that I don't blame them if they can't think of anything else to do with it. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. What are your predictions for the parts? What are some evolutions you want to see up and coming? I don't think we're going to get any new motifs. I think it's just going to be stuff from the past just evolved into DB. Yeah, on what we know so far. Because their goal is just to, like, kind of like, they want to get an audience for the thing. So I don't think that, sadly, like, I don't think they would do an evolution to, like, something obscure like Ifrit or like the other dual air stuff or something, or like Psychic Phantom, you know? But to end off, we have our store, where we have a, what is this? Additional 10% off pre-order Beyblade Burst B197 Divine Belial, plus free Dynamite Belial Perfect Box limited offer. And this one too, but with Ultimate Valkyrie and the free Dynamite, so perfect. So this 10% off, you know, it seems pretty cool.
It's on checkout.
It's on
next to 10% off, yeah?
Wow. So for Divine, if you're excited for it, oh, that is the other thing I wanted to end off with, actually. So this is a good segue for the store this time. It is being reported that Divine Belial, on that same site that revealed the information and the collabs and everything, it's supposed to be cross-compatible with the old gears too. So that would be that's very good. We're gonna find out very soon. I think that also means that the new stuff would be cross-compatible with Dynamite and Dangerous. That's really good, and that's really exciting. And that would actually mean that we would have a lot of combinations to do with the gears. Hopefully the new gears make a difference, but I cannot wait for it, to be honest. So now for real this time, let me know your thoughts in the comments. What are you most excited for and why? What are your thoughts on Divine? What are your thoughts on the news and information? And let me know, because personally, I just want them to do a very good job. I'm most excited for Excalibur. Listen, Excalibur has the potential to be like top tier right spin attack. Like maybe even Guilty finally meets his match or something. I don't know. I just want to see something like absolutely bonkers for right spin attack. So anyways, thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay safe and bye.